are you doing today? Welcome on in. Hi, Jen. Hi, Synth. Hi, Incognito. Thank you for the tea sip and the head pats. Appreciate it. Alright. First things first, I wanted to let you all know I will be doing a collab in the Dragon Council today. So I may actually end stream a little early today, just so that I can go prepare for that. I'll do all the shoutouts and stuff at the end when we're going to be doing that. Jen, hi. Hi. But yeah, I'm going to be playing 100% Orange Juice with my friend Mora Munch and a few of the other dragons in the Dragon Council. If people don't know what that is, here's the link for the information. It is a Twitch team and also a really cool Discord server that anyone can join. If you appreciate dragons, go there. But other than that, we're gonna have a pretty normal day today. I had a very nice morning. It was a lovely morning for a walk, so I got that done. I actually have energy today, so that's good. We're gonna be working on Crystal. She's just about wrapped up. I think I'm gonna do a bunch of like little odds and ends cleanup things that I need to do today. And hi kitty. Ow. But I'm gonna save the final stream for Crystal for next week when I will be collabing with Crystal herself. So on Monday next week, we're actually gonna have Crystal on, and she'll get to witness the wrapping up of her model. Maybe even help me with it. Yeah, Lulu, ow. What do you mean you missed me? You just saw me. So many hearts. Hi, kitties. Welcome on in. Okay. So I think that about covers it. So let's hop on over to the art. Okay. Here we have Crystal. I'm still dealing with like a few issues with the jacket, which is my main concern. I've noticed when her arms are posed in certain ways, there's a lot of clipping, which is not good. Also still want to do something about the moss. New texture and whatnot. Copy! Hi, love! How you doing? Girlfriends assemble. Okay, let's look at some of the clipping issues. So our arms go down fine, but I noticed if they're like forward, and I don't know, this part, oh, that shouldn't affect anything. How did I get it to, it's probably with the shoulder moving. Because that introduces a lot of complication. Oh yeah, the shoulder moves part of the shirt, the t-shirt, that it doesn't move the jacket. Interesting. Well, I could just reduce the weight paint on the shirt for the shoulder.
Compliment.
Ooh, compliment? Who for? Let me guess, copy, huh? Okay. 3 hearts combo, nice. You're nice. You're wonderful. You're great. You're pretty. You're darling. You're comfy. You're... I need to spam hearts in your channel more, because you deserve it. And you have that option now. Everyone, did you know in Copy's channel, if you put emoji hearts, the equivalent heart gets thrown at her face? Different from my command, but you can still throw hearts at her. So I recommend you do that. Go follow her. And shower her with love. You need to improve your heart thrower then. I think it's already pretty good. Oh, hi. Now I'm suddenly Annalise. It's you. Yeah. Okay, I think, so many hearts. What the heck? Not texture paint. Okay, I think I need to clean this up here. Make that less affecting. It is nice in theory to have the arm pull a little bit of the boob, but when there's a jacket, it just complicates things. Okay. Should be a little better. It's still happening a little bit down here. It's honestly hard to say why. Love you too, Coffee. Have a good time doing laundry. Jeez, is my... Yeah, someone reteamed Booba. I was like, this chest is bigger than I remember making it. And I'm back. Yuki's so normal about your chest. Yeah. So how we all doing today? I think someone wants to redeem IRL hug, but they went kind of short of it. Alright. I've definitely improved that a little bit. Significantly, I'd say. Oh, not back here, though. It's horrible back here. What is happening? Okay. Just get rid of a little bit of that there. All kind of nonsense. I don't know, the worst part of this is it's not mirrored right now, so I'm gonna have to, like, figure this out on the other side, too. I think so. Yeah. Ah. That's why the sleeves were acting weird. It's a little bit of influence on them that I didn't want. The cutest dragon? Oh my goodness. That's silly. The levels of cute are over 5,000. My goodness. Let's see. Clear this again. Okay, now by default, this isn't even shaped right. That's kind of funny. I guess because the moss has the old weight. Let's just pull this out. Kind of strange, actually. I don't know what I changed that. Fucked that up so much. Oh my gosh! Tethered Clouds, hi, welcome on in. My name is Shar. I am a forest dragon, and I make 3D models on this channel. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. How you all doing today? How was your raid? How was your stream? Shout out to Tet, everyone. Silver Agency raid. Brought your best agents. Stream was good. Glad to hear it. Looks like you were doing art.
Pass.
Got anything you want to tell us about or anything you want to show off? Links are okay in the chat if you want to show something off. A little bit of art text. Oh. Hello, now I am fiery. You were doing more 3D as well? Nice. What were you working on? Oh, a penguin outfit. Nice. That sounds cool. Well, I super appreciate the raid. If you need to raid and run, you can. But otherwise, welcome everyone. Glad to have you here. You're coloring clothes. Nice, nice. Yeah, right now I'm fixing the weight paint on this jacket. Trying to anyway. It's kind of being a pain in the butt. As usual, I'm just trying to get it good enough to start, and then maybe I'll improve it more later. My avatar is so cute. Thank you. I made it myself. This is one of my variants. I call it charcoal. Because this is what happens when I burn my forest down. There's actually redeems with my channel points that people in chat can use to switch my model variant. Yeah, I made it myself. I am a model maker, and that's my primary job, actually. I can show you off. I can show off the model I'm working on now as well. Let me turn her hair back on. This is a commission. I'm working on this for Crystal ENVT. Currently trying to get it finished up. There's some final details I need to work on, like the moss doesn't really look like moss. And the weight painting is wrong on the jacket, which means things keep clipping through the arms. That's mad skill, damn. Thank you, thank you. You don't have an image to share now, but next time? Okay, sure. If you like my model so much, shall I show off my model as well? This model took me a good year to get right, but I love all the details. I have scales on my arms and legs, and of course on my tail. You gotta have that. My wings change size. Here's their normal size. I keep them packed in though for streaming. I love my horns a lot. Right now they're all fiery, but if you want to see how I normally look, these are my normal colors. Yep, I have bright green horns, purple hair, purple scales. Yeah, this is how I like to be. I basically just made this model off of the simple concept of these are my favorite colors, and also I like dragons. Oh, you like the transition, the magical girl transition? Thank you. Thank you for the head pats, Flora. Also, hi. Yeah, I like the effects on my channel to be pretty fun. I set up that little transition in VNyan, which is my primary VTubing software. My tail is the favorite part. My favorite part, honestly. Look at how swishy I got this thing. I just use a combination of reverse gravity and wind physics to get it to have a life of its own. I don't see a lot of VTubers with tails like mine, I gotta say. Green and purple are the best colors. Yes, coffee. I know. That's your theme too. We match so well. One of a kind for sure. Thank you. Even Kumo doesn't have one? Yeah, don't betray him. Don't betray them like that. But no, I admit my tail is very unique, and well, everything about it. Thank you for the hug. I'm being hugged, IRL. One moment. Well, you're not a dragon, yeah. So it's not a fair playing field. Understandable. I'm actually working on another dragon. Well, a couple, actually. Speaking of dragons, if you're all a fan of dragons, I already shouted out the Dragon Council once today, but that was before you all got here. I'm part of the Dragon Council, a Twitch team of dragon VTubers, and also a Discord community. Anyone can join the Discord. If you're a fan of dragon VTubers, check it out. You might be a fan of dragons. Yeah, I know you are. Thank you for the hearts. What gave it away? Maybe the fact that I'm working on a dragon model for you. Do you all want to see Yuki Snowflower? Yuki Snowflower's model? It's nearly finished. No flower? That's when you're, not in the mood for something. Hold on, I'm in a showcasey mood, I guess. Let me... There we go. Oh, had the heart eyes on for some reason. Where's the... Why are they on by default? How do I turn them off? I'm confused. I must have done something last time I exported this. Okay, well, ignore the hard eyes. This is Yuki's model. Another dragon. Still technically a work in process, but again, I'm a big fan of the tail. They're not on by default by your version. I wonder if I just, like, have the blend shape on by... Yeah, it's just stuck on. Hold on. Let me remember what button I had that on. There we go. Here's how the eyes normally are. Sparkly. Yuki, no flour, but how do you get all that cake? Coffee, that's a good one. You're actually in a game right now, currently in an 18+ scene, and my character is about to be deflowered. The timing. Soft hair, yeah. The hair was fun to make for this one. And I could show off the other dragon I'm working on, but it's in early stages. Jump? I can't jump. Well, I can bounce a little bit. There we go. Floppy ears. Yes. While we're here, let me actually load up Crystal as well. The one that we're actually working on today. I guess I should export her current state for, well, I didn't change much yet. Let's see. Back over to her folder. Here we go. Alright, now we're over on Crystal's model. This is the one I'm trying to get finished. I like her expressions. Oh, the mushroom's talking. I really love her jacket. And her hair. Hair swish, yeah. Hi, Rini. How you doing? I was just showing off some of the models I'm working on. What you up to? You having a good day? And Hook, hi. Wow. The dragons are coming out of the woodwork. Shout out to Rini and Hook, everyone. They're both members of the Dragon Council. You just got done walking, you got some mini errands done ahead of, nice. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to 100% orange juice. It's gonna be a fun collab. In fact, I'm like thinking about it so much that I'm like not really in the arting brain right now. I guess I really just had to fix this moss. There's really nothing else to it. Part of me wants to be like, what if I just made it up of particles? I would need grassy shapes. I have an idea. Need to do some of your own work and get some study coding done. Jacket makes me look forward to your model, and you might like a future lab coat. Yeah. The funny thing about, like, if I use sprites along the edge of it is then I'd have to, it would be weird with the gradient. I don't know. You're gonna go now. It's been fun. Yeah, thank you for swinging by. Thank you for chatting with me. And I appreciate all the compliments on my work. I always love hearing that I'm doing a good job over here. Yeah, you enjoy the rest of your day too. I am. Really? Thank you, Hook. I appreciate that. Uh... Ah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ah. I'm getting head pats IRL too. Gosh. If I ever say I'm like getting head pats or hugs or something IRL, it's because one of my partners just walks up to my desk and does that. Ow. Hi, Lunk. Thank you for the brick. How you doing? One of my partners? Yeah. I live with 3 of them. 3. Well, currently 4 I have here, because one's visiting. Hi. Ah! Oh my gosh. Ah! I'm being kissy attacked. No! Okay, that's entirely too many kisses. Ow! Don't bite me. Oh my god, my headset. Thank you. Cuties. Ah! Never too many kisses. I don't know, that was a lot of kisses. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of playing around trying to find shapes. It's kind of hard to do with a mouse, not gonna lie. Kiri, hi! Welcome on in. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Shar. I'm a dragon that makes 3D models on this channel, similar to what Kiri was just doing, but vastly different in workflow. Hi, welcome. Ow! And you can throw bricks at me if you want to. Ah. Or hearts, much more kind. How was the rest of your stream, Kiri? I was in there for a little bit. Did you get the UV mapping figured out? Shout out to Kiri, everyone. She does really cool model and graphic stuff. She's a game developer. Also, this is one of my models. Someone redeemed to show it off. I made this model for Annalise Bloodrose. Just showing it off. Yep, it's all ready for export. Nice. I'm glad you figured it out. I'm excited to see you in VR chat. I'm currently working on Crystal's model here. Just playing around with shapes, trying to figure out how to improve this, the moss on her shoulders, but she's mostly done. I'm doing, like, some patch-up, fix-up work today, and then on Monday, I'm gonna finish her up. It's almost ready for almost ready for export. And you have to fight with Unity and VR chat. Oh, that's the fun part. That's the reason I don't do VR chat models, is because I hate fighting with Unity. I don't work in Unity at all. Annalise Bloodrose, yes, you see her there in chat, right below you. Looks so good, yeah. Which one, the Crystals model or the one I'm showing off right now? Oh no, there aren't any horns on screen. What are you gonna do, Zoe? You're so happy you spelled that right. Never spelled that name before. Valid. I suck at spelling names. Yeah, you're pretty much entirely on Godot for your work, for your own work, and Unreal for professional work. That is totally valid. Alright, back to me. Oh, this is my Cherry Blossom variant. This is the one everyone's so obsessed with, which apparently has horn milk. Which, no, it's not milk, but there is a liquid of unknown origin in my horns, which are made of glass in this version. Just thought it would be neat.
Opens more, emits gain 15 track stereo.
Hi.
Charmilk.
What?
Charmilk.
No. Do you have to work with Unity to make VR chat models? The one you're showing off that you're working on? Yeah, if I put my models in VR chat, I would have to use Unity. If you're talking to me. But I don't do that anymore. They're filled with horn. It's not horn milk. Thank you for the follow. Let's yap for a bit. I'm in a very talky mood, and clearly not sure what I'm doing on her model. Oh. I don't know why that switched back to this model. That shouldn't be on a timer. Hi, big tail. Yeah. I got a pretty nice tail. I'm gonna show it off again because I love my tail. Yummy mint horns. These are my default horns, by the way. This is my default look. This is the real me. It switched back because they can't... Oh. Oh, right. Yeah, I need to figure out how to make it not do that. There's definitely a little more work I need to do to my redeems. Perfect tail for pulling AO, Lulu. I mean, yes, please. Also, I didn't see if Curie said she had to go, but I assume she had to go. Well, probably going to work or something. Also, thank you for the raid again, Curie. You do not associate with the capitalist coffee girl. Yep, gotta get to work. I thought so. Appreciate you. Have a good work day. Thank you. Okay. Let me look at Crystal some more. Get some inspiration for what I need to do. I think I want to fix the moss on my own time. Because I can never seem to manage to work on it on stream. Oh, we need to finish up her pants texture. There's no, like, zipper or anything. Maybe we can do that. I was working on the shirt off stream. I actually made the collar to it. Might want to paint in some more shading or something. The belt is a little rough. Could improve the belt. Yeah, I think that's what we could do today, is just improve textures. The face texture is also kind of washed out. It's hard to see her features. Hi, Meatloaf. How you doing? Okay, yeah, let's work on her pants. Let's do that. Where's my scene switcher? Okay. I'm gonna textures, clothing. You like this model you're using? Purple, green, tan, more than the other two. Facial features and eyes stand out more aesthetically too. The purple green, my purple green dragon form. Or the or this mushroom girl. Oh yeah, the purple green. Yeah, that's my main look. I put the most work into this version of my design. The other ones are just fun skins I made on overnight, basically. Okay, we need... Let's see. How am I gonna do the zipper with the way this is? I guess just one half of it over here, and... Yeah, that'll be fine. Wasn't Charcoal literally 2 hours? Yeah, basically. The ice variant that no one's redeemed yet took me like 2 hours to switch it around. So I'm also just update textures and add like a little flare. Okay, pants zipper. Yeah, this version. I'm a fan of the ice version, simply because, gosh, I'm all over the place with my ADHD today. This one's really pretty. I made this when winter started, and I was like, this is my mood in the winter. I feel frozen, I feel stiff. You can see my expressions even different on this version. Kind of a more tired and bored look. The ice effect on the horns is really fun. But yeah. I want a reference for the zipper. I started speaking more tired too. I do kind of embody the energy of each version, I think. Just kind of happens naturally in my head. Let's see, I have a Vroid pants texture here somewhere I can use as a reference. Oh, well, this is a different kind of that I'm going for, but... Sure, Eevee, yeah. It's my Eevee variant. I just want to hibernate when I'm like this. Yeah, become real mommy on charcoal. Yeah, the goth one. It looks fun, yeah, but the lips, maybe add a light pink lipstick at some point. That's true. It's a little too pale. Okay, I actually need to see how far up the UV do we need to go? Okay, I need to start level with the pocket, basically. Then we go up. So how's life going? Pretty good. I've had a good day today. It's warm outside, so actually this version of my model would be thawed out by now because all the ice is melting. I went on a walk this morning. It was nice. Birds chirping and all that. Fun fact, I hate the winter. It's so I get seasonal depression so bad. It's too warm out now. It's finally warm enough. Oh gosh, no. You're fine. You're cool. But yeah, how are all you doing? How's your day been? I want to hear about your days. You're literally waking up, not even 7 a.m. yet. Wow. Definitely across the pond then. It's 1 p.m. here. You had a great morning too, actually. Ooh. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that you're visiting me. You got new Bluetooth headphones thanks to having a lot of sense in the bag. Huh. Nice. New headphones are always nice. Chilling after work. Nice, nice. Hawaii, 2 ponds. Ooh. Nice. You're the first chatter I'm aware of who's from Hawaii. I'm sure there's been more, but... Yeah, you woke up with a couple of cuties. Yeah! You're from the Midwest of Shivers, America. Oof. Big oof. Same. Oh, well, that's a thing. Not many of us. Like a big bag of 1, 2, and 5 cents. It weighed a lot. You have 2 cents? That sounds cool. I've never seen a 2-cent coin. Yeah. Huh. For the longest time you thought it was Greek? Really? Huh. Yeah, no, I'm American, unfortunately. That's cents, 2 cents. One of my mods is Greek. Eclipsy is Greek. Why is the color picker frozen? Hello? That's weird. I feel like I'm gonna restart GIMP because I have no idea what's happening. Greek char, yeah, that'd be weird. Free roll out here. Oh, I'm American, yes. Yeah, no, I'm not from Europe. How's the area I'm in doing? Pretty good. I'm on the East Coast, which is why it's so late in the day for me. It's warming up here. We had a cold snap, but it's warming up again. That's not what I wanted. Clothing. Here we go. Let's see if this, I'm just like blatantly stealing the style of this. Because this isn't a detail that's really going to be seen anyway, because it's covered up by her belt. So I don't really care. Hi, welcome on in. A lot of first-time chatters today. We're all talking about our days and where we're from, I guess. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. You're in a landlocked state. I used to be. Actually, I've never swam in the ocean. I live on the East Coast now, but I haven't had the opportunity to swim. You do not miss the Midwest? Yeah, I don't either. Hi, Winter Gust. How you doing? Shout out to Winter, everyone. Another member of the Dragon Council. We're doing pretty chill over here. We're just hanging out. Chatting. So much cold in here, yeah. Landlocked is better than waterlocked, in your opinion. Can't get much out here in the way of shipping. Yeah, that sounds really tough, actually. I would not be very happy with that situation, probably. Also, like, does the weather get crazy out there on an island? I imagine it gets pretty intense with the tsunamis and stuff. Oops. Chill's good, you're doing well here. Just had dinner and relaxing after work. Nice, nice. One of your partners is from Iceland and they have to deal with immense shipping costs for importing. Ah, yeah. You know what, screw you. Takes out Minecraft water bucket, waterlogs your state country. On the plus side, lots more Japanese food. Weather depends on which part you're at. Your area is pretty safe, minus the threat of lava. Right. The lava. That's gotta be wild to see in real life. I've only seen lava on a screen. Let's see. I don't want to... Hey. Oh, I just realized it's time for break. Ads are starting. Alright, chat. Every hour, I go on a 10-minute break to get up and stretch. I encourage you all to do the same. I will be back in a little bit. Alright, I am back. Oops. Just want to finish these adjustments to the texture. Alright, that looks pretty decent. Now I just need the other side of it, which would be over here, I guess. Hmm. Ow. Not this again. Ah. Oh, wait. Don't fight so hard. Ow. Jesus. One of my partners again.
That water.
Alright, let's see how this looks. When wife is vampire. Yeah, this is technically what I signed up for. Just realized I only did the top line on one side. Whoopsie. Yeah, I did. I may or may not like it. Oh, you dozed off? Cutie. My streams make you too relaxed, don't they? Someone once said Char has some skills. An interesting opinion. Wow, I almost nailed that first try. It's just slightly out of alignment here. Which you can't really see on the, Actually, it's not bad. I think I'll keep that. This is bad, though. I would need to lower the button and get that line on the other side. Or just forget that line, I don't know. Cute skills. Are you saying I'm skilled at being cute? How dare you? Alright, that should be better.
Okay, but Anthrochar when?
When I can get funding for it. I might do a donathon sometime this year. Because honestly, you've made it a very attractive idea. I could see myself setting up for a domathon sometime in the summer. Because, like, why not? I've always wanted to try one. I don't think I can necessarily be good at it, but very attractive idea for a very attractive dragon. Antho dragons are hot. Okay, this is a mess. I feel like the solution to make this better is just, I don't know, change the UV map a little bit. see what happened here. It's on this little fold. Doesn't really need to be a thing. What the heck? Well, again, this is under the shirt, so it doesn't really freaking matter. But, you know. So how did I get into / started in 3D modeling and or 2D stuff? What's my story? I would be happy to tell you. So, initially I wanted to get into game development. And I was homeschooled and used to learning things myself, and I really wanted to be a one-person team. I found out that is hugely complex to take on. I made a couple games that were really small, and I realized it would take too much energy to keep doing that, and not enough reward. I got ADHD. I need immediate gratification when I do something. And game dev is not that. Game dev is long dev time for an eventual payoff. But while I was doing my game dev stuff on my own time, I did go to college for it. I should probably mention that part. I went to community college for graphics design, which was the closest thing I could get. So while I was doing all that, I discovered a love for 3D. My favorite part of the game design was developing 3D assets. And in college, my favorite classes were my 3D classes. So I kept messing around with Blender. And then, I'm just working retail jobs to get by, not really having a direction. I graduated college, but I didn't want a regular graphics design job. Those are boring. They require full time. I'm disabled. I can't do that. So I'm just working part-time retail and not really doing anything with my skills until VTubing comes along. I always wanted to try to get into content creation because I felt like that was something I could do on my own that would be rewarding, be social, and let me show off my skills. YouTubing didn't work for me, so I wanted to try streaming next. Thing is, though, I knew from my attempt at YouTube that I didn't want to be a face cam streamer because I was dysphoric. I'm trans, and I didn't want to show off my face at the time. So I looked at VTubing. I was like, I could do this. I could set up my own 3D model because I have experience in Blender. So I took a Vroid model. Hold on. Could someone redeem the Char 1.0 model, please? I took a Vroid model and imported it into Blender and added stuff to it. This is that model. There were a lot of issues with it, but I was happy with it because it was mine. The things I added were the horns, the ears, the tail, obviously. This is the first version of my tail. The mouth movement. Yeah, the mouth movement's a little crazy in this. I didn't exactly know what I was doing with VTubing and the format, so I had to figure it out as I went. This was like my first attempt / prototype. The slime, that represents Copy Girl. I left her up there. Because she used to be a redeem. Now it's just a default part of this model. Thank you for the head pats. So yeah, I streamed like this for a year or two. And in the meantime, I was like, okay, making this model was really fun. I'm going to make some models for some friends and for some partners. And I realized I loved making VTuber models. So I realized that's what I could do. I learned how to become a freelancer from college. They taught me how to run my own business. So I set myself up to take commissions. And I started working full time eventually after, some other bullshit that I'm skipping over. I started working full time as a 3D model artist for other VTubers. And now that's what I do. I just work on models, and it's my favorite job in the world. I realized I love turning Blender default cubes into gay people. Exactly. Yeah. Of course, eventually, after I started working on people's models and getting better at the craft, I had to improve my model. And that's where we get to the model I have today. This one I made fully fully from scratch in Blender. And the timer went off again. If I would have waited, it would have just switched me back for. So yeah. That's my story. Now here I am working on commissions as a living. Presses the upgrade button. Yeah. I've made so many gay people. Yeah, it's true. I have, like, if you look at my Trello list, you can see all of my completed projects. I got quite a long list there now. There are full custom jobs and edit jobs there. Edit jobs, I just take someone's existing model and fix it up for them. That's a service I provide. Okay, what was I? Oh yeah, we did the pants. What else? This looks like Ruby IRL. Minus the side tail. Interesting, interesting. I still barely believe you finished yours. I did it so fast. Yeah, I did yours in 3 months. It was pretty fun. I have a curiosity with this. If I randomize, I think I've tried this before. If I randomize just make it slightly bumpy. Yeah, that could be all I need, potentially. Of course, that fucks up the sides. They're already messed up a lot. So maybe I should do that, but without the sides selected. Yeah, I finally found my path in life. I was very lost for a long time. I couldn't find a purpose in life or a goal or anything. It took me finding this and finding new people to really be happy with myself. I went from someone who is very insecure, very I don't know. Very hesitant, very afraid to try new things, to someone who's very proud of herself. I realized who you meant after a bit. Suppose I could kind of see it. Where will/do you want your story to go from here? Well, I'm just excited to have an opportunity to exist. To quite simply just do what I want for a while. Because I feel like I kind of skipped that. Like, without getting too deep into it, I was about to marry someone that, I don't know, kind of aligned my goals for me. If that makes sense. And I realized that I never truly explored myself beforehand. I wasn't ready to lock in like that. So that relationship ended, and now I'm just taking my newfound freedom to find myself. And I'm gonna go at a slow pace. I'm gonna just figure this out one day at a time. I'm probably gonna keep doing what I'm doing for a long time. My goal is to make this business fully sustainable so I can support myself and my partners. And the reason I love it is because it's social. I have a sense of community. It's so hard to find a sense of community, especially if you're neurodivergent and, you know, in multiple minority groups. But VTubing helps bring that to me. A sense of community? Yeah, you're still looking. I hope you find it. It's very important. I'm already having a comfortable time talking to you. I hope you stick around. Back up. So how does it actually look with the bumpiness? It's a little better. Now I just have the issue of the texture not quite looking right. My main problem with the texture is getting the gradient right. It's hard when UV mapping this is not exactly the easiest. What happened to this poor mushroom? Got all squinched. So what happens when I casually add them to the main object and then warp things around without paying attention? Okay. So if I take another crack at this texture, it'll be here and there. You did give me a follow. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I never knew what my community would look like. But one kind of formed around me once I started VTubing. Kind of started in my Discord server. I made one just, you know, to have one for VTubing, and then I met some really cool people and they stuck around there. Then I started meeting some of my partners. Now that's who I live with. Some of my partners. And all through the freaking VTuber community. Incredible. You love the community that's grown around me? Yeah, same. And of course it's adjacent to every other VTuber out there. Each VTuber community is connected to the next. It's kind of beautiful how it all joins. I live with many gay women who bite me, yes. It's important. Life needs. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the head pats. IRL head pats. What time is it? Okay, we're still good on time. I got a collab with the Dragons and the Dragon Council later. My friend Mora and some others. Let's close this. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. And I need the UV map. Uh... So this was my problem before, is I didn't try to do it based off of the UV map. So let's just take the base color here. Fill that in. Just gonna start fresh with all this. So we got the teal color at the top. Grape! Hi, cutie. How you doing? I got some teal right here. Because I believe this is the top of the shoulder. So it should be good right there. And hello, Finn. Welcome on in. Let's see, I need a darker green for, I think this is the, yeah, end of it is down here. Darker, go darker than that. How you doing today, Grape? It's good to see you. Okay, I want a leaf pattern like this. Which I don't think there's one built in. I think I gotta make one. Or wait, what's this one? Well, that's a leafy enough pattern. We can use that. Fruit detected, yes. I can just put this all over. Pretty much. Kind of. Want it to be a little controlled. Been trying to find the right words about you in communities. Being isolated is hard. I certainly understand that. I grew up isolated. I think I briefly mentioned I was homeschooled. That's extremely isolating. Especially when you only have one friend. And you rarely get to see them, because they live a half hour away. And then from there, I just always felt alien. Even when I entered college, I didn't talk to anyone because my mask made it impossible. I was there to achieve a goal. and become an adult, and I didn't have any room to do anything else. I graduated and skipped my ceremony because I didn't have anyone to celebrate with. You were homeschooled too? Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It's really, really hard. And if you're anything like me, and you're also neurodivergent, when you try to enter the world afterwards, it's just all of the public spaces just have this alien language about them. You can't really compute, you can't really understand it. It's suffocating. You end up like having to find people online, but just finding them randomly feels hollow oftentimes. That's why I talk so much about community, because once I finally found a way to do it in my own way, I finally understood how making friends is supposed to work. Through connections you already have, through people you already know. It's not supposed to be random one-offs. It's supposed to be easy. But we were never given the opportunity to experience that. Also, sorry, lurkers, for the potentially heavy topic. I do like to talk about this sort of thing sometimes on this stream. Your entire life seems like it's been against you finding community. Homeschool was just one part. Yeah. It doesn't help the way society is structured, seems to isolate us. You know, we're expected to move out on our own. We're expected to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, whatever that means. Capitalism has been slowly destroying the sense of community. Your life stacked against you as well for a long time? Yeah, I know, love. Had to run away from an abusive home. I helped you with that. Oh, that's stretched funny. Well, I'm getting closer to what I wanted because at least the gradient is in the right spot. UVs are definitely stretched strangely, though. Makes me want to section this up and... I don't know. Have it in 3 parts. Being raised Jehovah's Witness and not being allowed to associate with other kids your age and homeschooled sucked. Realized it later on. I understand probably more than you would know. Thankfully, I wasn't Jehovah's Witness, but you know that one friend I mentioned? He was. It was strange. He and I never made it a problem. I was raised atheist, thankfully. His family was Jehovah's Witness, but his family did not judge others and allowed him to, you know, explore and do his own thing. So he and I had an agreement. We both needed a friend. We both like video games. It worked for us. But later on in life, I kind of lost him as a friend because we grew apart. He started doing his Jehovah's Witness thing full time. And it pretty much moved him away from me. At least you found your way and your people. Being part of this world feels like such a distant dream to you. Aww. Being forced to move to a rural, isolated area right after getting your driver's license. Never got to explore. I was in a rural area too. I got my driver's license because my parents wanted me to, but I couldn't really do anything with it other than, like, occasionally drive to my friend and help them out with, like, going on trips to town and stuff. It didn't feel like freedom. It felt like another responsibility. But yeah, in the rural area I grew up, there wasn't really anything to do or look forward to. Absolutely no sense of community. I've come to realize I'm technically traumatized from it. Been working through that. Traumatized, same. Yeah. Took college backwards, so you graduated with people you didn't know, and went with people that had other fields/goals. Degrees for IT and high tech is shit non-existent for your field. Yeah. Largely my experience as well. My degree doesn't do anything for me. It's just a piece of paper that sits in my closet, really. I don't even know where it is. Never used it for a damn thing. I may have gotten some use out of my experience that I've got from my classes, but it's not like jobs out there are easy to find. I'm like really messing this up. The inside of this. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like getting to the point where I'm like, I don't need all of this internal geometry whatsoever. I'd rather just get rid of it. Alright, good enough. Okay, probably don't need this middle divider. I think I got these all the way around, so now... Yeah, 1 piece, 2, 3. Okay, got it in 3 separate sections. That should be easier to... There. Now the leafy parts are less stretched. Moved to mainland, had opportunity and took it. But had parent restrictions. Damn. Then had an opportunity to come back to Hawaii and build a house near family in rural land. Did that and been stuck here since. Still feels like you're being controlled. You technically are. Any parents who want to define how you do things for throughout the entirety of your life, that is control. Now, obviously, everyone's situation's different, and there's varying severities of that, but by definition, they want you to do things their way, rather than just accepting the fact that you're an individual person who should have the freedom to find their own path. This one's not wanting to do the thing the same way. Let's just do that. Of course, I can't do that because then it does that. By the way, Blaza and everyone else listening, you're isolated IRL and online here. That's what you feel like. I'm gonna drop the link to my Discord in chat because stream is a great place to meet people, but it's hard to sustain conversations like this. If you feel up to it, you can join my Discord community. There are channels in there that are more geared towards life topics like this, mental health and all that. But in general, my server has a lot of people who have gone through similar experiences. So I welcome you to join there if you feel like it. I feel like the seams here need to be fixed. So it's not exactly working. Could always move it up here. But overall, I'm way happier with this texture now. And I can improve it from here. Hi, Silver. How you doing? Welcome on in. Okay, we've gone through yet another iteration of the moss. You're doing good. You seem to not be able to accept the invite. Weird. What if the invite's expired or something? Let me look. Forget where that is. Server settings. I'm a little bit bad at Discord. Invite people. Sorry for coming in and saying something so heavy. Barrel Goddess, that was the theme of the conversation. You're perfectly welcome to chime in when we're talking about that kind of stuff. You didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. Yeah, apparently it worked for her. So now I need to figure out. Very bad at Discord. You had this problem past week trying to join another server. I used to have an issue like that. I forget how I got around it. You can also take the link or take the code at the end of the link and join a server directly. Like you can hit add server and then join a server and then, oh, it is the whole link. And then you can paste the link in there. So if clicking the link doesn't work, you could try copy pasting the link. Because I'm pretty sure that link should be good. It was literally just used. But yeah. Oh, it is break time again. You guys are about to get hit by ads, so I'm gonna go on another 10-minute break. I'll see you all in a little bit, and then when we come back, we're probably gonna be ending pretty soon because I have a collab coming up. So there'll be like a half hour left of stream. See you all soon. Alright, we're back. Hello again, chat. Alright, I guess we'll take her model for another test drive. And see what else I can work on. I don't expect to get much more done. Because I got that collab soon and everything. Let's see here. Okay. Maybe if I just add like more little random patches of grass to the moss, it would look better. I think it generally looks better with the bumpiness to it. So that's good. It's a little too glossy, isn't it? I should turn that down. Overall, though, this model is feeling pretty finished to me. There's not really anything big left I need to add or fix. You say it looks good? Yeah. Ooh. There's a... I forgot, there's a... some kind of artifact on the eyes there. Something's like clipping when I blink. Gotta fix that. And I need to add toggles. Like, I should make it so she can toggle off her glasses, toggle off the jacket. Oh, there's still clipping here. What pose does this? It's not as bad on this side. Almost like I made this worse. Okay, we still gotta work on weight maps. Weight painting. And yeah. Eyes first. Let's see what's going on with that. Let me hide the rig. It's in my way. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Yeah, like I thought. It's just part of the, eye shines that are sticking out of the face. So we can... It's all kinds of messed up, actually. Okay, that should be better. Oh, I don't want to move the whole eye. Shoot. Okay, that should solve the weird artifacts there. Of course, what happens if I... Yeah, I think it was mostly from that. This is a little funky. Okay. The eyes close so nicely. Yeah. I've gotten really good with eyelids and stuff. Honestly, I think a lot of the things I've learned from this model I could apply to your model copy someday when we eventually get to that. Such amazing work. Thank you. Appreciate you, cutie. He wasn't gonna mention it? Well, it's definitely true. There's like a similar style, a similar essence to this. No wonder you've been so excited about it. Okay, let's turn down the shininess of the moss. Need to move around, slipping into a funk. Yeah, by all means. Model's gonna have the messiest hair of all. Even messier than Ink's furry model. Wasn't sure on his name. Abyss. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I'm adorable. You're adorable. The heck? I haven't shown off the Abyss model in a while. That had a certain orderliness to how messy it was. I'd say Ink's main model, Tech, would be the messiest I've done. This is actual chaos. Alright, let's look at that weight painting some more. See if we can figure something out. So, I believe the arms were down like this. Perhaps a bit more. Probably the shoulders relaxed a little too. Yeah, that's about how it was. Yeah! How dare you throw a brick at me? What the heck? How dare? I'm angry about this. Nah. Thank you for the head pats, Silver. Appreciate it. So, we gotta look here and see. Okay, my question is it mostly the fact that yeah, it's like it's too much of the weight paint on the side of the chest here. It's the main thing. Well, I didn't mean to get rid of some of it from the sleeve. Guess I should mask that out too. There we go. Mostly just... can we hide the moss, please? Yeah. Let's do the same thing over here. Looks kind of funny with this as a vest. think that was the biggest issue. Just too much on the arm there. You like that look? Yeah, it's kind of neat. Shows off the patterns on her arms. But don't worry, she's gonna have a toggle for the jacket, so she'll get to show that off. Okay, this is looking much more usable. Hide the hair again so I can see what's going on back here. Yeah, that still happens if I do that. Basically need none of the weight paint on any of this. It's like, no, thank you. Top of the jacket needs to stay stable. Okay, this clipping's unavoidable because she's turning her arm into it. Arms back, I'm not too worried about. That's not gonna happen much. She looks like a Walmart employee like this. with the blue vest. Oh no, she does, yeah. Okay, for the most part, I'm not seeing much else that's a problem. There's still like a little bit of funkiness here, but you know. That looks actually terrible when you consider how it dips in just a little bit. But it's better than the way it was clipping before. For the most part, the sleeves cover up any jankiness of it dipping in. Except for right here. It's still kind of a thorn in my side. Oh, here's something. Jackets are the bane of my existence. What is the culprit here? Not enough weight paint? Seems to be. So let's just add a little bit more here. Not too much, because then we run into the same problem we had before. Maybe it's a problem with the sleeves in this case. Well, this is twisted anyway, in a weird way that it should never be, really. This you might see. I got it much less severe. I don't know. Nope. Teresa, hi. How you doing? Yeah, I get called cute. Oh, it's 2:30 now. You're okay? Big chilling? Nice. So, I have a collab with the Dragons and the Dragon Council. I was thinking I would just raid out from here to someone else and then go get set up with them, and then I would be on More Munch's channel. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to stay live and just stream my end, but it's just 100% orange juice. I'm sure it's the same either way. So I think I probably end stream here. Hold on a second and we'll get wrapped up. Let me turn her hair back on. Where'd the moss go? Oh. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna export her again. We're gonna try her out one more time. Then I'll go get ready for my collab. I'm glad you're big chillin', Cereza. Me too. I'm having a good day. Alright, don't need that. Alright, let's see here. Okay. I think for the most part, okay, this is still weird clipping. I'll work on that on my own time. The armpits of this jacket are weird. But for the most part, from the front, you don't notice it, thankfully. On the sides, it almost kind of just looks like shadow. Some shadows. But yeah, today we worked on some textures, we worked on weight painting. We talked a lot, so I didn't get much else done. But that's okay. We have one more stream of Crystal before she's done. And that'll be on Monday. Let's go over what I'm going to be doing next today. So, do you all know about the Dragon Council? It is a community of dragons I've shouted out multiple times this stream, but I'm excited because I'm finally doing a collab over there. I've done a collab with them before, but yeah, we're gonna be over on Mora Munch. I think that's how it's spelled. I just guessed it. Yeah, we got it right. We're gonna be over on Mora's channel. So, I don't think she's live yet. Otherwise, I'd raid into her. Actually, she might be. Let me check. If she's not, we're gonna just raid into someone else. But if you want to see more of me, I encourage you to pull up a tab of Mora, because she's gonna be live soon. Yeah, she's not live right now. Let me see. Who do I want to raid into? I'm gonna figure that out. But yeah, we're gonna be playing 100% Orange Juice. I've never played that. So if you want to see me, like, fumble trying to play a new game with a bunch of people I've never collabed with before, definitely meet me over there. But we're gonna find out someone random